Hello learners, I welcome you to this session where we will discuss the components of agricultural marketing. In the earlier discussion, we have discussed about the concept of agricultural marketing and the special features associated with marketing of agricultural produce. We have come across the different features like seasonality of agricultural production, perishability of agricultural produce, then involvement of large number of middlemen which connects the farmers and the ultimate consumers of agricultural produce, etc. All these features make the agricultural marketing process a special one. In the earlier session, we have also discussed about the objectives of agricultural marketing. And we have discussed that the main objective of agricultural marketing should be concentrate on assuring the farmers a fair and remunerative price for their produce and eliminating the exploitative nature of intermediaries of the small-scale farmers. The small-scale farmers who are unorganized, they should be protected against the intermediaries which may take advantage of the ignorance of the small-scale marginal farmers. We have also discussed about the need and importance of agricultural marketing. Agricultural marketing assumes special role in order to stabilize the price of agricultural produce, in order to increase the access of farmers to the market. Access to market empowers the farmers because they come to know the price at which their produce need to be sold. They can have direct access to the consumer, and all this make the farmers empowered to take their own decision to sell their own agricultural produce. All this necessitates agricultural marketing, and it increases the agricultural marketing to be an efficient marketing process. Now, in this particular session, we will discuss some other related aspects with agricultural marketing. First, we will discuss the different stakeholders that are involved in the agricultural marketing process. We should have an idea about these stakeholders. Then we will focus on the different ingredients of an ideal marketing system. We will also discuss the market mechanism with respect to agricultural marketing. Then we will discuss the components of agricultural marketing. Referring back to our earlier discussion about the functions of agricultural marketing, we came to know the different functions of agricultural marketing. These functions are assembling, storage, transportation, processing, grading and standardization, packaging, risk management, and so on. These are the functions within the agricultural marketing process. So these are some very unique functions which make the agricultural marketing a different area of specialization which need special attention. Now, focusing on today's part regarding the components of marketing, first we should have an idea about the different stakeholders who are involved in different capacities in the entire marketing process of agricultural produce. The first and foremost stakeholder are the farmers. They produce different agricultural produce by cultivating land. So they are the primary stakeholder in the entire agricultural marketing process. Then there are farmers' cooperatives. The individual farmers join hands and form some cooperatives. The advantage is that the small and marginal farmers who produce small quantities of produce have very weak bargaining power. By forming the cooperatives, they join hands and they pool all the produce of the different small farmers and they become a major player in the agricultural marketing process. Then of course we have different middlemen in the form of wholesalers, retailers, agents, etc. The interesting part of the agricultural marketing process is that government takes an active part in the entire marketing process. There are different government agencies like Food Corporation of India, Cotton Corporation of India, Jute Corporation of India, then Agricultural and Processed Food Products Export Development Authority, etc. All these agencies perform different functions in their respective field, and it facilitates the flow of agricultural products from one end to the other end. Then of course, there are some private firms who are involved in the entire marketing process. Another important part is the market mechanism which plays or which facilitates entire process of marketing agricultural produce. All these different agencies, different farms, farmers cooperatives have their own functions. They perform these functions at different points which facilitates the transfer of produce from one person to another or from one point to another, from the field of the farmer to the ultimate consumer. Now, if we try to understand the marketing system, then we should first have an idea about an ideal marketing system. Ideal marketing system should ascertain what the consumer wants. As you know, marketing revolves around the consumer. Consumer is the king in the entire marketing process. And marketing, if it is concerned with physical products, if it is concerned with providing service to the consumers, marketing plays in all respects a very important role. Similarly, in case of marketing of agricultural produce, the market mechanism, the market and the marketing functions plays a crucial role. So first of all, the marketing system should ensure the need of the customer. Secondly, is the consumer capable for payment of that produce? What are the alternatives available? Is quality product available to the consumer? The ideal marketing system should also focus the pricing of the product. The price of the product should be reasonable. It must suit the consumer's pocket. And at the same time, it must ensure profitability of the producer or the farmer in case of agricultural marketing. Is the distribution channel is efficient to make the products available at the end of the consumer, from the end of the field or from the end of the factory. So all these factors make the marketing system an ideal marketing system. Now if we concentrate on the market mechanism process, we mainly find certain factors like demand, supply, price discovery, etc. Let us discuss this. Demand represents the quantity of agricultural produce that consumers are willing and able to purchase at a given price. Supply refers to the quantity of agricultural produce farmers are willing and able to sell at a given price. Interaction of demand and supply determines the price of agricultural produce. Another part of market mechanism or the factor associated with this is the price discovery. It refers to the process by which prices for agricultural commodities are determined. This can occur through auction sale. It's common in wholesale and regulated markets. There may be direct negotiations between the farmers and the traders. Then there are government policies in the form of minimum support price, popularly known as MSP. This influences the price level of agricultural produce. Digital platforms, e-marketplace, and the example is eNAM, Electronic National Agricultural Market, that facilitates real-time price discovery. We can access the portal enam.gov.in and you can just view the website to have an idea what this website provides for the farmers in terms of price, etc. etc. So I request you to visit this website to get an idea about this portal. This is electronic market related to the marketing of agricultural produce initiated by Government of India. Now let us move to the other part. In market mechanism, we have defined market institutions. Market institutions play a very vital role in facilitating trade by creating a structured environment for buyers as well as for the sellers. Examples are the regulated markets. The farmers can sell their produce through regulated markets. The aim is to prevent exploitation of small farmers by the middlemen, and therefore the farmers can directly sell through these markets by eliminating some kind of middlemen. Then there are agricultural produce market committees that ensure fair trade practices. Then there are cooperative markets where farmers pool the resources of different small and marginal farmers and sell directly to the consumers or the processors. Within the market mechanism, we need to understand the different modes of selling. So there are different modes to sell agricultural produce like spot markets. So there instant transactions takes place, which are popularly known as mandis or the local markets. Contract farming. Farmers agree to grow and sell produce at predetermined terms under the contract farming system. Forward markets. So traders and farmers tries to manage the risks by agreeing to future delivery of agricultural produce by fixing a price at a current moment. So the produce will be delivered later on and prices are fixed at a present moment. Then let us concentrate on the different components of agricultural marketing. The first and foremost component is production planning and decision making. Production planning is the foundation of agricultural marketing. It entails making informed decisions about the types of crop to grow. So farmers need to take a decision what type of crop they need to grow to suit the consumer. The scale of production and the timing of planting and harvesting. These decisions are guided by market trends, consumer demands, as well as price forecast. Effective production planning helps in preventing market imbalances such as oversupply. Oversupply leads to depressed prices, or there may be situations of undersupply, which will again hamper the entire marketing process. Then the next component is assembling of agricultural produce. Assembling refers to the collection of produce from various farmers in bulk quantities for efficient marketing of those produce. This process often involves cooperatives, traders and agents who gather and consolidate the produce. Proper assembling reduces the cost associated with small fragmented sales and ensures that even small-scale farmers can access larger and more profitable markets. Then third component is transportation. So as you are all aware that in rural areas the farmers grow their crops, whereas they need to sell these produce to the consumers who mainly resides in the urban areas. So transportation itself a very important component which facilitates the transfer of goods from the farm to the market or maybe the processing units as well as the final consumers. So from one place to another place the agricultural produce must be transported. Considering the perishable nature of many agricultural products, efficient transportation systems are vital to minimize losses. Now there are different modes of transportation that includes trucks, trains, ships, and for high value goods, air transportation is there. Improvements in infrastructure such as better roads and cold chain facilities further enhance these components' effectiveness. Then another important component is grading and standardization. Grading and standardization focus on ensuring quality consistency across products. You are aware that we have AgMark, which facilitates the standardization process of agricultural produce. Products are sorted based on size, weight, color, and other attributes, and these are classified into different quality levels. Grading widens the market for the product. Standardization establishes uniform quality specifications and certifications that align with the market expectations. Now, why these are needed? These practices increases consumer confidence, facilitate smoother trade transactions, and often fetch higher prices for superior grade products for the farmers. So farmers are benefited at one point, and at the same time consumers are also get benefit of good quality agricultural produce. So grading and standardization plays a very critical role in the entire marketing process. Then we have storage, which is another component of the entire marketing process. Storage involves preserving agricultural produce in facilities such as warehouses, cold storage unit where they are ready for sale. Effective storage reduces post-harvest losses, which may be caused by pest, weather conditions, spoilage. This is especially true in case of perishable goods. Moreover, storage allows the farmers and traders to store produce until market conditions improved, and thereby it helps in stabilizing supply and demand. So storage facilities helps the traders as well as the farmers to sell their agricultural produce according to the market demand. So supply can be increased or decreased depending on the demand in the market, and therefore storage is essential to reduce the losses that may cause to the agricultural produce. Processing. processing transforms raw agricultural produce into value-added products, such as milling grains into flour or canning fruits and vegetables. By extending shelf life and increasing product usability, processing plays a very significant role in the marketing process of agricultural produce. Processed products also fetch higher prices and cater to diverse consumer preferences, and it leads to the expansion of market for farmers' goods. Then, packaging is another important part in the marketing process. Proper packaging protects agricultural products during transportation as well as during the storage. It will enhance their appeal to the consumer. So we have different package materials for agricultural produce. Many of you may have come across the plastic bags, the jute bags, etc. So modern packaging materials are environmental friendly. Cardboard, and there are different lots of other materials which are used for packaging the agricultural produce. Labeling. Labels on packaging provide critical information about the product's origin, quality, and expiration, which fosters transparency and trust. So these components helps both the parties, or rather all the stakeholders involved in the marketing system. At one end, consumers get processed food, packaged food at their doorstep, whereas farmers get reasonable price for their quality produce. Then there are some other components also which are market intelligence. Market intelligence encompasses the collection and analysis of data about market trends, consumer preferences, pricing, as well as competition in the market. Sources of market intelligence include government reports, digital tools, and trade publications. When you visit the eNAM portal, you will come across the prices at which different products are sold. So this becomes an important source for market intelligence. Relying on that, farmers will be informed. They come to know about the actual price that their produce will get in the market. So the market intelligence empowers the farmers as well as the traders, policymakers, so that they can form decisions and strategies that optimize the entire agricultural marketing process. Price discovery. Price discovery, as we've discussed, is a process through which prices for agricultural products are determined in markets. The price discovery process is influenced by different factors like supply, demand, quality, as well as location. Mechanism for price discovery include auctions, digital marketplaces, as well as the direct negotiations between the farmer and the consumers that we have discussed. Distribution and retailing. Distribution refers to the systems and processes that deliver agricultural goods to the final consumer. Retailing includes the traditional outlets, supermarkets, farmers markets, and e-commerce platform. The rise of farmer to consumer models and online platforms has shortened the supply chain. It increases the efficiency and provides better margin for farmers. As farmers come directly with the contact with the consumer, they can eliminate the commission charged by the middleman. And therefore the farmers, by selling directly to the consumer, can get better price for their produce. In this entire process, electronic marketing provides a better opportunity for the farmers as well as for the farmers' cooperatives. Then another component of agricultural marketing process is the promotion and advertising. Promotion and advertising are essential for raising awareness of agricultural products and differentiating them in the competitive markets. There are techniques to promote agricultural produce. These include branding, social media campaigning, participation in trade fairs, product demonstration, etc. This enhances consumers' interest and loyalty, particularly for value-added and organic products. Now, covering all these important points, the farmers face another important problem which need discussion. And the component that we are going to discuss now helps the farmer in overcoming the problem of finance and credit. Therefore, finance as well as credit is another important component in marketing of agricultural produce. Marketing of agricultural products requires significant investment in terms of transportation, storage, and other logistics. When we have discussed about the different modes of transportation that include trucks, trains, and for value-added products, there are air transportation. All these require a good amount of funds at the hand of the farmer so that farmer can facilitate the sale of their produce to the national market, to the regional market, as well as to the international market. Farmers must have a good understanding about the financial requirements, and they must also understand the different sources which provides the different financing schemes as well as credit to the farmers. Access to credit enables farmers and traders to cover the cost involved in the different steps in the marketing process, as well as to produce good quality products, to minimize post-harvest losses, etc. So farmers can access different sources of credit. There are institutional credit systems where loans from banks and cooperatives may be availed. Then there are government subsidies and grants. Again, there are microfinance initiatives which are beneficial for small-scale farmers. The farmers can join hands not only for selling their agricultural produce but also for collecting the required funds for facilitating the transfer of their agricultural produce to different markets, maybe for export of their agricultural produce. Credit availability ensures liquidity and minimizes the risks of exploitation by middlemen. By having access to institutional credit, farmers are not required to depend on middlemen for the required funds. The institutional credit helps the farmers in providing the agricultural produce to the different markets, and the remunerative prices they will get from the sale of their agricultural produce in different markets. Now, in this particular session, we have discussed different parts of agricultural marketing. So let us summarize this. We have mainly focused on the idea about the different stakeholders involved in agricultural marketing process. Then we have discussed the ingredients of an ideal marketing system. We have discussed the market mechanisms and the forces within the market mechanisms like demand, supply, price discovery, etc. We have discussed the components of agricultural marketing that includes product planning, assembling, packaging, distribution channel, etc. To ensure profitability and reasonable price for good quality products, these components play an important role in the entire agricultural marketing system. So thank you, learners. We will meet again in some other session. Thank you very much.